Everything is on the line tonight, and both teams know it. This isn't just another playoff game. This is a collision between two rosters built to end seasons, not extend them. I'm Jim Hartman, alongside the one and only Marcus Tank Daniels, and we've got a heavyweight clash ahead of us. Cowboys, Falcons, playoff ball. Tank, take us deeper.
Thanks, Jim. These are two teams that don't just believe they belong here. They expect to dominate. Let's start with the Falcons. Rookie QB Aaron Carter returns from that ankle concern just in time. You better believe the Falcons are rallying behind him, and the defense, led by Donovan Mitchell and Malik Johnson, they've got fire in the front seven. But the Cowboys, they're built for this kind of war. Veteran QB Scott Anderson, rising rookie RB Curtis King, and that brutal front anchor by DeAndre Thompson, they don't flinch. Head coach Tommy Reynolds made it real simple this week. We'll run through whoever's in front of us, period. This one's got edge. This one's got consequences. Jim?
There's only one person who can dig into the emotions behind the scenes. Let's go to Nia Washington down in the field.
Thanks, Jim. This game has been simmering all week. Falcons QB Aaron Carter told me directly, tape the ankle. I'm playing. I came here to finish what we started, and when that news dropped, the Cowboys didn't blink. Head coach Tommy Reynolds didn't hesitate. We'll run through whoever's in front of us, period. So what are we left with? Two teams who don't want a close one. Two teams who don't trust the refs. Two teams who don't believe in luck, just pain, grit, and glory. Back to you, Jim.
Falcons win the toss. They'll take it with fire in their eyes.
And we're about to find out if Aaron Carter's ankle holds up under playoff pressure.
Miller lines it up, and we're off. And he's going to shank the kick, not even going 10 yards. And here come the refs.
Illegal kick by the kicking team. Ball on 45-yard line. First down, Falcons.
Well, Tank there got a short field in front of him. Who's got to show up right now in this Falcons offense?
The running back, Eric Coleman. He's the heartbeat of this group. Hard-nosed, downhill, and plays like he's trying to hurt the turf every time he plants. When he's rolling, it opens everything up, especially for that rookie quarterback who's still finding his rhythm.
Talking about opening up, Eric is gone. Walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, they isolate the running back Eric Coleman on the corner. Looked like Jamal Brown, and just let him go to work. Coleman dropped that shoulder, plowed right through it, and got the extra push he needed for 6. That's not just power. That's tone-setting football.
Falcons strike first. They're up 7-0 after 1. Back in a moment with second quarter action. This is the KB67 Football League. Second quarter just about to begin. And the Falcons are lined up to kick this one deep after a statement drive to open the game.
Let's see if the Cowboys can answer. That first drive was all Falcons. All physicality.
The 3-year vet from Texas A&M, Tom Harper, lines it up and kicks it away. The ball will go out of bounds, and the Cowboys will start at the 25. Marcus, who should we be looking at on this Cowboys offense?
Well, Jim, this Cowboys offense starts with their quarterback, Scott Anderson. He's a veteran with a cannon arm and just enough mobility to buy himself time. But the guy I'm keying in on is the rookie running back Curtis King. He's raw, but explosive. If they get him going downhill early, that'll open up everything else.
And they hand it off to King straight away. He's running behind his O-lineman, cuts outside, and will go out of bounds at the 40 for a Cowboys first down.
Good run by King right there, cutting to the outside and using his speed to get the first down.
1st and 10 for the Cowboys now. Anderson under center. He's going to roll left looking for a receiver, and he's going to throw the ball. And it's caught. That's the 2-year vet from Montana State, Todd Adams, trying to get free, but the 3-year vet from Alabama, Donovan Mitchell, gets the tackle, but not before the Cowboys' first down.
Playing a deep cover 3. That running back going to the flats takes the middle defender away, leaving him wide open. Great play by the Cowboys.
Anderson steps up in the pocket now. He's going to throw. And that's going to be caught. That's Todd Adams again on the slant.
Brought down by Donovan Mitchell again. This is starting to look like a good matchup.
That's going to give the Cowboys another first down. It looks like they're driving on the Falcons now. Anderson under center. Falcons in a too-high shell look. He hands it off to King, and he's trying to push through. But the rookie Scott Harris from Kansas State has a hand in him, and he's not going anywhere.
And you can't one-on-one with Scott Harris. He's too big and fast. Amazing play by Harris.
And the Cowboys won't gain anything on that play, bringing it to 2nd and 10. Anderson under center. He's going to hand it off. No, it's play action. He steps up in the pocket looking for a receiver. He's going to throw. And it's caught. That's Mike Johnson, the 3-year vet from Clemson, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a beauty, Jim. The Falcons rolled out cover 3 in the red zone, and that left Johnson isolated against zone cushion. He slipped behind the flat defender, settled in that deep corner pocket, and Scott Anderson dropped a dime. That's a veteran connection right there.
That's the half. Tied up at 7. Stay with a second half coming up after the break. This is the KB67 Football League. Back inside KB67FL Stadium for the second half of this tight playoff battle, knotted at 7 apiece. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CWE Wrestling. Wednesdays just got violent. Catch on the chaos soon. And by A+ Movers or Plus Moves You, based right here in Michigan. Marcus, what do the Falcons need to do to take control here in the second half?
They've got to lean into Eric Coleman. He's been the tone setter all year. Get him downhill, get those linebackers guessing, and let Carter settle in off that. Play physical, play fast. That's Falcons football.
And it will be a touchback Falcons ball on the 25. Aaron Carter under center. Cowboys in a cover 0 look.
Watch out for Rashad Taylor. He's under the scoreboard right now for the viewers.
Carter steps up looking for a receiver down the field. He's going to throw across his body to Coleman. It's going to be caught past the 50. Nobody's in front of him. Just green grass. It's a foot race. Can he be caught? No, he can't. He's gone. Strolling into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons.
That was just textbook manipulation, Jim. Wide receiver Scott Phillips ran that crisp corner route and pulled the safety outside with him. That left Eric Coleman wide open on the post right behind him. When you isolate matchups like that, it's a wrap touchdown every time.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter here in the KB67 Football League playoffs. Falcons up by a score, but the Cowboys are still breathing. One more quarter to decide who moves on. This is the KB67 Football League. We're back in the final quarter of this playoff showdown. The Falcons leading, but the Cowboys are just one strike away. Marcus, what do they need to do to flip this?
Gotta stay composed. Feed that run game, set up the play action, and trust quarterback Scott Anderson to make the right read. One clean drive, and they're right back in it.
Falcons kicker Tom Harper to open the fourth, and we are underway. And that kick doesn't go far, only to the 45, and the Cowboys will start there. How can the Falcons stop the Cowboys here?
Load the box and slant the front. Let that lineman Malik Johnson wreck the B-gap, with the linebacker Quincy Bryant mugging inside to stop running back Curtis King early. On passing downs, press with corner Donovan Mitchell, roll a safety to receiver Mike Johnson, and make QB Scott Anderson live on checkdowns.
They're going to hand it off to King here. He's going to try to get to the outside. And Patrick Reed fighting the block. And he will get the tackle. He's going to stop the game.
Amazing play by Reed here, containing the outside. Baiting King to bounce out, then grabbing him up.
Second down, Anderson under center. He drops back and the rush is coming. He steps up fast, cuts to the outside. He throws the ball deep downfield. And it's caught on the 5. Todd Adams into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That happened because Donovan Mitchell wasn't on him. Falcons matched Donovan to receiver Mike Johnson and rolled to safety that way, leaving Patrick Reed solo on Adams. One-on-one, no post help, easy money.
For the win, 2 points to decide it that no kicker coming on the field. QB Scott Anderson breaks the huddle. Cowboys trail 14-13.
Watch Todd Adams versus Donovan Mitchell. That's the money look. If the Falcons roll help, tight end Brian White in the flat is free. And if the box is light, Curtis King can punch it in. Pick your poison, Cowboys.
And here we go from the 25-yard line for the game winner. Falcons are in a one-high safety look. Can the Cowboys get it in the end zone? Anderson under center. He drops back, eyeing for a receiver. He steps up in the pocket and scrambles. He gets hit.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
stumbles out of bounds. Falcons win the game.
What was he thinking? On a 2-point, you've got to give your best guy a shot, who is Todd Adams. It's a 50-50th at worst. Trust your arm and put it up, live with your best matchup.
Right there with you, Tank. And remember, our 2-point try started at the 25. You had receiver Todd Adams singled on corner Donovan Mitchell. That's your fade or back shoulder. Instead, Scott Anderson tucks it and gets forced out well short. Falcons hold 14-13. And with that 14-13 finish, the bracket locks. Falcons versus Bears for the South Conference Championship. Matt Ryder's squad rolls on to meet Logan Masters and a bruising Bears front.
For the Falcons, lean on running back Eric Coleman and hit play action to wide receiver Rashad Taylor. Let quarterback Donovan Mitchell set the tone on defense. For the Bears, stay efficient with quarterback Jack Roberts, pound with running back Damon Turner, and move the sticks with tight end Kyle Johnson.
Now we go to Nia Washington as she's down there with Falcons quarterback Aaron Carter.
Thanks, Jim. Quarterback Aaron Carter, congrats on the 14-13 win. First, how's the ankle after all 4 quarters?
It held up pretty well. All the tape and adrenaline, and even trusting the guys I could plant and drive the ball and move when I had to.
That 75-yard strike after wide receiver Scott Phillips ran the corner, what did you see?
Single high, safety widened with Scott. I gave a little pump, hit Rashad on the hash. Protection was clean, textbook.
South title game next, Bears. What travels?
Ball security, early down efficiency, and explosives off play action. If we stay on schedule, we like us.
Thanks, Aaron. Back to you, Jim.
What a finish. Falcons survive it 14-13. The next game in this playoff run, Lions versus Ravens for the North Conference Championship. For Marcus Tank Daniels, Ania Washington, and everyone else on the crew, I'm Jim Hartman. Thanks for watching and rocking with us. We'll see you next time. So long.